the other day I shared with you guys that we got a new V-bore thickness planer, and we were going to start on our very first woodworking project. Now, I don't have anything but the most basic woodworking tools. Handheld drills, table saw, just kind of the basic stuff. And I have no experience doing any woodworking at all. But my wife needed a footstool because, well, she's too short for her feet to touch the floor at church. And she said she would be more comfortable if she had a place to rest her feet. Well, I had this walnut lumber from the very first log that we ever milled on our property, and I decided this would be the perfect use for it. Now, I had the intention of just using wooden dowels and gluing everything together, but what I figured out is without the correct tools and some kind of a jig to line all of these things up, this was not going to be as easy as I thought. Now at this point I decided I wanted a little more strength in the legs, so I went ahead and drilled holes through the top and I ran screws down through it, and then I plugged those holes with little wooden plugs. Now I didn't have the tools to create plugs out of walnut, so I just store-bought these pine plugs, and I actually like the way it turned out. It's kind of a nice little contrast. Now, the funny thing is, we were actually starting a revival the night that I was finishing this up, and and I knew we didn't have time to let varnish and stain dry, so I decided to just finish this out with linseed oil. That way she could go ahead and start using it right away. Now, I had never actually used linseed oil on anything either, and I really liked the way it worked. It soaked in really well, gave it a nice little shine, and made the colors of the wood pop. I kind of like the way it smells too. Now, as you watch me rub this oil into the wood, you can tell I'm definitely no woodworker. The joints are not tight. I didn't use any special tools to finish the edges or anything like that. So you guys that know what you're doing are probably cringing. But as I gain a few more tools and a little more experience, I think this is something that I could get into. I've never been a real patient man, and I always get into things that are pretty fast-paced. But as I get older, I kind of like to work on things that I struggle with. And this is something that takes patience and time, and I can see woodworking being something that I would enjoy as I get older. So we wipe down the whole footstool with linseed oil, let it all soak in real good for about 15 minutes, and then we gave it a good wipe down to remove any excess. So guys, while we're well aware that we're not professional woodworkers, we would love to have your tips. Share with us the basic tools that you would recommend for a beginning woodworker. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to watch me build my first woodworking project. We appreciate y'all watching. And until next time, be sure and get outside and enjoy God's creation because it's beautiful out there. You all have a good day.